بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. So inshallah we are going to take lesson 17 since I explained quite a thing in that 17. So let's make this 17b for the sake of sequence in the lessons. Okay, so 17, 18, 19. Lesson 19 is the final lesson, which has been recorded already. So this is our final lesson in the series of giving lessons. Okay, so let's see. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Today's session is very important. It is to pay 20% or 25%. Sometimes where you have to pay 25%. Say, we already have 20%. Now you are going to add 25%. So why is this 25%? Why do you have to pay extra 5%? Well, inshallah, we're going to explain today. So, and it will be inshallah clear. You don't have to pay, but there is a process. If you choose a process, you pay 25%. If you choose other process, you pay only 20%. Okay. So, ruling number 1246. اعتبار رأس السنة. Considering so when should I make my day? Khums payday at the end of the year. Where should I? Is it like 31st December or 30th Dhul Hajj or 29th Dhul Hajj or what? How can I do? This is up to you. You choose lunar calendar. You choose solar calendar. You choose Persian calendar. You choose Chinese calendar, as long as there needs to be a calendar. And you choose any date which is memorable date for you. You will not forget it. Like, for example, you choose your birthday. You choose the birthday of 12th Imam Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. You choose any day which is like a day which is memorable day for you. It's a memorial day for you. So he says, اعتبار رأس السنة في وجوب الخمس. So remember, again I repeat, any income you get, khums is wajib. Now there are exemptions, 4 exemptions. Mirath, in general, there might be some exceptional exemptions, we have said it, but generally 4 exemptions are there for you. Inheritance, even if your dad did not, because it's going to be paid from the capital of Mirath, inheritance. But your share, if you get your share, you become the owner of your share. If it stays for years and years, there will be no khums on it. There will be no khums on it. It's inherited. Meher, dowry, even if your husband did not pay, it's his responsibility. You became an owner of that wealth, you don't have to pay the khums of it as long as it is with you. Years and years and years. So dowry, no khums. Meher, no khums. Mukhammas la yukhammas. The khums paid amount doesn't need to be paid. Now, here there are some details we have mentioned previously. Like some say, let's say I had this 1,000 euro khums paid money. For Sayyid al-Khoi, if you use it, khalas, gone. So you can't then, if you have new income, oh, this is because I used khums money. Okay, so let me recover my loss of khums money. He says, no, it's gone. But Sayyid Sistani, in certain areas, you will say you can recover your khums paid money. You pay khums, you have privileges. Okay, you pay khums, as we spoke in business rules, you pay khums, you have a lot of privileges. Okay, unlike when you pay your government taxes, they don't give you that many privileges the way khums paid money gives you the privileges. So go back to our previous sessions and see when can I recover my Khums paid money if it was used, recover it from my income and patch it, okay? And consider this was in capital of investment, yes, because from the beginning you paid the Khums of it. So whatever loss comes down in your capital of investment, we said you can always patch it up, okay, recover it. For Sayyidi Sistani Damadullah, you can, there are certain exceptional rules. You can go back to our sessions. I don't want to create more confusion here. Number 4, the annual income. The annual income, because there are evidences, religious evidences, indicating the exceptional case that annual expenses, living expenses, you can use and then pay the khums. However, khums becomes wajib the moment you get your salary. But Sharia tells you no, because our imams, they gave this exemption, alayhimus salam, that you use in your livings. So if you pay it, you pay it, that's fine. Your khums is done. It's not, oh, I paid before my khums payday. Don't worry about it. You did your wajib. Okay? So therefore, it is khums payment. Khums payment is initially after excluding your living needs and necessities according to your status. Okay, and we explained this. So here, so he says, so why do we consider making a payday if the khums becomes wajib from the moment? Okay, you are Mr. Mu'min, Mr. Irfani, Mr. Hyperbolic Irfanism. You love to give the 12th Imam. You want to just pay the khums from the beginning. But there are people, they have some circumstances. If they pay the khums from the beginning, their expenses, they need that money for their expenses. They will become short in their bills and all those kind of things. So if you don't have a bill problem and this problem, that problem, you have enough, you pay the khums in the beginning. That's fine. Jazakallah. Tawaballah. Fi sabilillah. Tabakallah. However, not everybody is like you. There are people, they cannot afford. Okay? So therefore, in this case, what will happen? In this case, you are going to be given exemption. Use from the money which you have to pay the khums for your living expenses until at the end of the year. Needful expenses. Not buying song cassettes or song CDs or that extra large TV set for entertainment purpose and all those. Some type of entertainment are exempt because you need entertainment because of all this pressure of the community, pressure of the society. So you might need a TV to just entertain yourself, not lavishly, not extravagantly, in a reasonable time, reasonable manner, not wasting time, because wasting time also is like losses. You need to pay the khums of it. So here, everyone must pay the khums of whatever is over their needs. People, they buy lavish furniture, extravagant, and then people like you people similar like yourself, they don't have this furniture. So why are you doing fashkhara in Arabic language? They say, take account. We have a saying which says, don't stretch your feet beyond your blanket. How much is your blanket? Because you'll get cold and you'll become sick. So your blanket is 10,000 euro. Buy something which is in the range of 10,000 euro. Don't go 20,000. Don't take extravagant. Yes, if you need a furniture, fridge and this and that, it's 15,000 and you have only 10,000. So get loan 5,000, okay? Proper loan with the proper Islamic condition. So that's why he says that it is innama huwa min jihat al-irfaq. The Islamic system, our Imams alayhim gave you the permission to pay the khums at the end of the year for the leniency, okay, to make it easy on you. من الإرفاق بالمال وإلا فالخمس يتعلق بالربح من حين ظهوره. Otherwise, the khums becomes obligated or fixed on the amount from the moment it appears. So the moment it appears, you have income, khums, but you can wait until the end of the year. ويجوز إعطاء المالك ويجوز للمالك إعطاء الخمس قبل انتهاء السنة. The owner has the right, is given permission to give the khums before the end of the year. Anytime before. It's not, oh, I paid, like many people, oh, I paid extra khums. And you did not pay. You had an income, khums was fixed on it. So khums was in its right place. So what? If I want to get it back, I need it. Consult religious authority. Ask the marja, Sayyidina, I paid extra. I did not know that I have the right to wait. Now I'm in difficult financial problem. He will give you the permission. Okay? It's not a big deal. ويجوز للمالك إعطاء الخمس قبل انتهاء السنة. Before the end of the year, you can pay. ويترتب على ذلك. Based on that, because khums is not wajib at the end of the year, it's wajib to pay at the end of the year. Okay? But it becomes wajib on the amount from the beginning, from the first moment you become the owner of it, owner of the wealth. So based on that, you can change your date anytime you want. ويترتب على ذلك جواز تغيير رأس السنة الخمسية. And based on that, you can change your date of khums. بأن يؤدي خمس أرباحه في أي وقت شاء ويتخذ مبدأ رأس السنة. Let's say your date was your birthday. Okay, let's say your birthday was 14th November. Okay, on the name of 14th Mahsumin. And November 11th Imam. So one Imam is ghaib, 12 is ghaib. And 14th November, 1411 was your favorite day. You can make it 1412, 14 and 12. So let's choose this birthday, 1411. You decided, why am I like choosing my birthday? Let me choose the birthday of 12th Imam Ajjalallahu Ta'ala, 15 Shaban. So can you change? Yes. Whenever 15 Shaban comes, pay that day your khums. What about if 15 Shaban passed? Wait for next 15 Shaban. Because from 15 Shaban to 14 November, there will be 4, 5, 6 months. So you can stop that cycle, start a new cycle from 15 Shaban. So you can stop the old cycle, start a new cycle by paying the khums on that new date you have decided. Okay? بأن يؤدي خمس أرباح في أي وقت شاء ويتخذ مبدأ سنته. What about if you delay? Like 14 November, 15 Shaban was late. Pay 14th November and pay on 15 Shaban. It's not that you skip 14th November. No, I'm going to delay it, pay 15. No, pay 14th November, then pay 15 Shaban. You can skip. You cannot skip your past date if you want to make a date new, which is later than your past date. You have to pay your past date and then start the new cycle from the new date. Okay? So whatever was not paid khums in this range from your birthday till 15 Shaban, that is going to be khumsed. Okay? So you will consider this area an area of your year, like 6 months, that's as your annual year, because you're starting a new date. Okay. Now, so now back again, 15 Shaban. But I'm living in a Western country. My taxes are declared at the end of the year, 31st December. So why shouldn't I make my khums payday after I have paid all my taxes? Fair enough. In some countries in April, they tell you, no, you have to pay this much, this much, this much. There was a problem in your taxes, or you get your tax back. So you can choose when you get your tax back, or you finally pay your final taxes so that they're khums exempt, or you pay on 31st December when you finalize all your taxes. And then whatever is, because paying tax is from your living expenses, living needs. So therefore they're exempt for khums. So at the end of the year, pay your taxes first and the governmental taxes, and then you pay the khums of so you can change the date. So he says, في أي وقت شاء الشروع في الاكتساب بعده أو حصول الفائدة الجديدة لمن لا كسب له. Or if somebody doesn't have any irregular income, he can start his day from any time he gets an income. You got your dad gave you 10,000 kroner. Your husband gave you, so now this is going to be your start of the day. He says ويجوز أجعل السنة هلالية أو شمسية. You can have it lunar calendar or solar calendar. Now we come to this 25%. So his khums 20% or 25%. I want you to pay attention. Okay, so let's come back to our bottle of perfume. And where is my clean 100 euro? Let me get new 100 euro. Okay, so let's take 100 euro because thousands they can get you baffled. So let's take 100 euro. Focus with me. There are 4 scenarios, but I have kept on the slide 3 scenarios because they're overlapping. The 4th is overlapping in one of those. Okay, so let's say, remember kulli shakhsi, the specific payment. If not, I'm not going to repeat because it took 30 minutes to explain that. Go back to that kulli shakhsi, the specific sale and the general sale. In my previous session I mentioned, and the session before it I repeated in my previous, and I took all 30 minutes in explaining that thing. So either if the sale is on specific item, then the khums is on specific. Remember, if I purchase this from my annual income, which was exempt from khums, and I did not use it, so the khums is in this bottle. How can I cut this bottle? This is one scenario. Another scenario was, no, I had 100 euro, 1 year passed on it, I did not pay the khums of it, and I purchased this perfume. So this khums became on my neck, on my shoulder, khums 20 euro. This khums' money is gone, deteriorated. It's not anymore with me, but your shoulder. So you pay, that is another scenario, that it is bima fi dhimma, kulli. Now it has become a kulli. It's not specific shakhsi, it is kulli. So now this perfume bottle was purchased on debt, kulli. So if it was purchased on debt, you pay the khums of the money, not the bottle. If it was purchased on shakhsi, this bottle 1 year passed, I did not use it. So the khums is in this bottle. So now this is shakhsi. If it's not clear, go back please. Now I give the result. So what is the conclusion? Why are we saying shakhsi kulli? This you pay 25% khums. That means 25 euro. This you pay 20 euro. Why this is not available? It's in your shoulder. The 20 has shifted on your back, on your shoulder. You're carrying those load on your backpack of debts. So in this case, you have to pay 20% if you're going to pay on debt, 20% because it's not available. Or you pay 25% of this. Why? Because you cannot cut this 20% of this bottle and take it. Sayyidina, let's say if a crazy guy has a kind of bottle, plastic bottle, something he cuts and he puts some perfume inside that. Sayyidina, this is my khums. Anyhow, technically it's right, okay, if you don't want to pay 5% extra, but orphan, it will be sounded crazy because why are you damaging your bottle? Just pay the substitute of it. So when you pay the khums of substitute of an item which has khums in it, it has to be khums paid. What is khums paid? That is khums of khums. Okay, that is khums of khums. So you paid how much? 25 euro. What is this 5 extra? 5 extra is the khums of 25. 5 is khums of 25. If you take the 5 out, how much will remain? Those mathematicians, yes, 20. and 20 is the khums of 100 euro bottle. Okay, so if you are going to pay a substitute, that money needs to be khums paid money. That money needs to be khums paid money. I hope this is clear. Or you go to Sayyidi Sistani, Sayyidina, I have khums in this, so please convert this, and I can't, I don't have money to pay. So convert it at debt on my shoulder. So if it becomes a debt on your shoulder, then when Sayyidi Sistani says, okay, ajazna lakum, we have permitted. So once it becomes debt, it comes out of it, whoops, like a soul coming out of the, and sticks on your neck. So it becomes on your shoulder. Then you pay only 20% whenever. Okay, so it has become loan now. It has become a religious loan. Now you say the Sistani wants 20 euros, not this bottle now anymore. You see, he says, Sayyidina, I want to give it this, just give him the whole bottle. But no, we're talking technically. Sayyidina, I have to give you this 20% of this bottle now. Which portion you choose? Should I give you this portion, or should I cut it like this 20% from here all the way down, and I keep a perfume inside it? What portion? He said, no, I will consider loan on your shoulder, pay whenever you want to pay, so you don't have to cut the bottle. So this is the 5% is the khums of an amount which is khums. So 5 is khums for 20%. 5 is khums, 5% is khums for 20%. So if you are going to pay the khums of an item. So what is the practical thing here? Practical. Every year you go into your kitchen, check the eggs, check the bananas, check the apples, check the rice, check all these things which are there remaining at the end of the year. You have to pay the khums of it. So how will I pay the khums of it? So when I became baligh and I started learning this rule, and I used to invade the kitchen of my mother. Mom, today you're not going to use anything in the kitchen. What? Today let dad bring food from outside. The kitchen is locked down totally. And I'll bring the scale. I had that mini scale, and I'll measure how much rice we have remaining, how much lentil we have remaining, how much of this remaining, how much of that remaining. Everything I will calculate from wall to wall. I'll take this wall of the kitchen, that wall of the kitchen, to make sure that I don't miss a point. So the khums so now I have items. I don't have money. So I need to pay the 25% from the money. From my income, I need to pay 25%. 5% is khums of 20%. Okay? And 20% is khums of the items. Khums of khums. Khums of the khums. So do we have to do this? You don't have to do that. If you are like, let's say your house is like Yajuj and Majuj, every month the kitchen is empty. Old Mother Hubbard, who opened her cupboard, she didn't find anything in her. If you have this kind of scenario, so check out what was the last month's grocery you purchased. How much was the last month's grocery? 100 euro, 200 euro, add 300 euro. Then you don't have to check every single thing, number one. Number two, most of the leftover amounts are not to be khumsed. Why? Remember, we said if you have item, we have to see how much is the value of it at the end of the year. Value, remember this. I have this perfume. It's called مخلط العرايس, wedded couples مخلط. This bottle, how much will you buy this bottle for me? Are you joking? Half bottle you're going to sell us? Well, for your information, when I was a kid, we used to go to Pakistan and in Africa, in these places, in the rural areas, they would sell unique perfumes. For them, every perfume imported was a unique. Half bottle, I would be surprised. I was living in Doha, Qatar. We didn't have this kind of thing to sell half perfumes, quarter perfume, half perfume, just give it away. So, but they would sell. It had market value. So now at this time, I don't know still it's there or not, maybe in the villages might be, but nobody will pay half a bottle unless if that product was gone, finished, and this was like a something, you don't have that anymore, please sell me. So that's, let's say if I have this unique, please Sheikh, sell me this, I'll charge you a lot of money. It was a greedy Sheikh, but I'll give it to you, don't worry about it. Hadiyah, for the sake of Allah. I want to get akhirat, payment from akhirat, not payment from you. And you're a mu'min, just take it. Okay. So this one, if it doesn't have a market value, because if it's available in the market, nice bottle in just a cheaper price or extra price, but you get a new thing, nobody would buy this. Okay. Let's say perfume understood. Sometimes it might have market value. So if you are living in a region which doesn't have a market value and you have this much remaining at the end of the year, khums of it is 0. Why? Because market value is 0. And if you are living in a community where there is market value, check out how much is the market value. You don't have to sell it. You don't have to present it to the people. Guys, I have this half bottle. No. Check out if there is something like that which has a value, how much they sell it for, pay the khums of it. If no one is selling it, khums 0. Let me give you an example which could never have a market value. I don't know, unless in the community of Yajuj and Majuj, Gog and Magog. For those who don't know what's Yajuj and Majuj, they eat up everything. So this Yajuj and Majuj, Gog and Magog. And let's come back to our session. I have a short time remaining. So this toothpaste, you went into the bathroom, you check cupboard by cupboard. You have a toothpaste which is not used. You have a deodorant you have not used. Now those are EU kind of things. Soap which is remaining, not used. So doesn't have any market value. I don't think so. Even in poor countries, they will buy your half toothpaste remaining or quarter toothpaste remaining. So 0. So coming back to the kitchen and bathroom and house, you do a survey. At the 1 year, you tell everybody, kids, everybody out. Today we are going to do a budgeting. Like the closing day of the bank, closing day of the shop, you close your business because you are doing accounting. So you need to lock down your house, close your house for accounting. Check whatever is there is not used and has a market value. Doesn't have a market value, okay. You doubt, I don't know, market value is there or not for something which might have a market value strongly, then pay the amount. If you don't know how much is the market value, pay the amount of this, its original amount or cost. Half bottle, 50%. Okay, the ratio. So this is number. So now we took an example which might not have any market value, or toothpaste. We took an example which might have same market value. An example which the market value might have increased. House, property, gold. There are people, they have gold in their house and they did not pay the khums of it. They purchased necklace, whatever to use, needs. Can gold be a need or necessity? Yes, why not? Wedding, because if need, Ayatollah Sistani says orfi need. That means your custom requirements, okay? So custom requirement, you are able to pay, give gold to your daughter as a gift. You purchase gold and gave gift to your daughter's wedding. Okay, or husband purchased gold to give to his wife. Those are necessities of the life nowadays, if you are able to afford and all those kind of things. But not if you are not able to and the family pressure you, and no, that's haram. But we are talking about affordable condition. Then that's also from the needs of the orphi needs, according to the status. Remember that according to the status is a key word. If people like you, they give gold of 1,000 euro, then don't give gold of 5,000 euro. Okay, don't give extra. If you give extra, you can give, but then you'll have to pay the khums of 4,000 euros. okay, because they were extra. They were not, you did not need to give them 5,000 euro gold, because people like your status, they give 1,000 euro. Why you have to go beyond and give more? Okay, it's my daughter. Okay, then pay the khums. Consider the khums amount paid, cost of the gold you purchased. So you purchase gold, you did not use it, or you purchase extra gold, 4,000 euro. So now at the end of the year, you will not pay khums of 4,000. You will check how much is the value at the end of the year for that 4,000, equivalent of let's say 80% of the gold. You give 80% extra to your daughter. So how much is the market value of that 80%? So if it is increased, you pay the khums on the increased amount, like the whole thing with the market value. If it's decreased, you pay the lesser amount. Let's say now in recession, I don't know, gold is down or not, God knows better. But if the gold price is down in COVID-19 issue, and your khums payday came, and you're given gift to your gold to your daughter, then that extra money, you see, extra amount you gave, you need to pay the khums of it on the market value. If it's low, that 4,000 euro became 2,000 euro, khalas, 2,000 euro, khums of 2,000 euro. And if 4,000, 4,000. If it became 6,000, 6,000. So whatever is the market value. So now we sum up. If that there was khums on an item like kitchen and all this, to make it easier. So as I said that, let's say if you don't want to bring the measurement and this and that, you do your budgeting once a year. If you do it, it's nice. But if you know that it would not be above 500 euro, you know, you just by having a bird eye look, everything, you looked here like a Superman kind of thing, it's only 400 euros. It does not exceed whatever we have in the kitchen, which has market value. Remember, market value. Because those eggs, I don't know about the eggs, it might have market value or not, but half bottle of juice, you don't have to calculate those. Check out those which has market value, okay? Rice. If you are living in a community where they don't sell any more open rice, they only sell packages. So your open rice doesn't have market value, okay? Because all they sell is packages. In many Western countries, in these groceries, they don't sell any more open rice. Unless if you go to a Middle Eastern grocery, you will find their open rice there, okay? Where rats might be wandering around and roaches and this and that. So if they cancel that system for the purpose of to keep things healthier and safe, then, but don't be surprised if one day you open oatmeal closed packet and you find bugs inside it. So now that was the thing, that you estimate, you make a probability. My house remainings are not less than 400 euros, not more than 500. Pay khums of 500. Pay khums of 600. That's it. But remember, you're paying the items khums. So pay 25%, khums of khums. So if it's 500 euro, 125 euro, okay? Unless if you consult religious authority to convert it to a debt, or you paid from the khums paid money, okay? Or the items are perished. You see, you were calculating the khums and somehow, God forbid, they got rotten, they got perished. They don't have any market value anymore, okay? So after the end of the year, they perished. Before they had market value when khums became obligated. Okay, you said after 2-3 days I'll calculate and I'll give khums. So when you came, the item was not there. The item was finished, perished, burned. The fire got it, which has market value. So now the khums has become, it got out from the item. Let's give you this example. Khums is on it, okay? So now you have to pay the khums of this. So you have to pay 25%. Whoops, it fell down, broke. So now this by itself is no value on it now. So now Khums says, because it was after the end of the year and you didn't pay the Khums of it, so now it's on your shoulder. So that is the third scenario. If the item gets perished, you pay 20% Khums. But if the item exists, you pay 25% Khums. Let's see. If the Khums was not to be paid, if Khums was to be paid from a substitute, then 25% is obligated. Khums of Khums. 5% is the Khums of 20%. So the total you pay 25%. Okay. Unless if the item was perished, oops, broke down, and then Khums becomes debt. Or you said, Sayyidina, I need to pay the Khums of this bottle. How much should I pay? Just pay 25%. I've kept it on your shoulder. Khums converted to loan by the religious authority. So it's no more on the item. It has been converted. Khums paid from already Khums paid money. So you have already paid the Khums of it. So then, so these are the three scenarios where you don't have to pay 25%. Let's move to the ruling. Now, I'm not going to go through this because I've already explained it. Okay, so here are the scenarios. 20 given either if your 100 has Khums, so either you give Khums from Khums paid money, or quarter 25% from the profits of the next year. Let's say from next year you are going to pay the Khums, so it will be Khums of the Khums. This you are supposed to pay this year. Why are you pushing it for next year? Or Khums from the profits of next year. If the unused dress got damaged, remember this, got perished, or lost before the next year, thus Khums becomes a debt. The Khums is converted into debt or a loan by an agreement with the religious authority. So including the value of the dress with the total savings. Yeah, this is the fifth one. The fifth one is, let's say, kitchen, practical thing. Kitchen, you calculated kitchen, you have to pay 500 euro, but then you have money in the bank, okay, which is more than 200 euro, which is more than 100 euro. Let's keep it 100 euro. It's 100 euro or more. So you can combine all them, combine all your savings and belongings, okay? The kitchen item plus 100. Let's consider 200. I want to make it easy. So 500 there, 200 in the bank. Combine them. How much is the Khums? 700. How much is the total amount which needs to be Khums? 700 euro. How much is the Khums of 700? 2 7 is 14. 140 euro. Do you have cash 140 euro available? Yes. Then pay that. You don't have to pay 25% because you have combined the cash with item. So in total, you have to pay 20%. That's it. However, if you did not have cash 140, okay, you had only cash 100 euro. Then if you are going to pay from other items or other things, any other money is going to come from the next year's income, then you have to pay the Khums of that before you pay the Khums here. You got it? Because if you don't have it, if you only have total wealth of 600 euro and you don't have that extra 140 euro, or in this case 120 euro, you don't have it. You have only 100. So pay 100, then 20 is on your debt. Or you pay 20 from the income of next year, so you pay 25. Okay, you have some income from next year, you're going to use it for next year, so you can pay from that. Anyhow, the bottom line is it's easier to combine everything. Kitchen item, bathroom item, which is market value, and your cash. You combine all of them, cash and Khums not paid. Then you pay the Khums of only Khums. You don't need to pay 25. Okay, if you don't want to pay 25. If you don't have the cash, make reconciliation with religious authority, converts it to debt, then you pay the debt as a khums payment. Or if you want to just pay it from your money, which is for next year's income, which you got it, because you got salary for next year, which is next year's income. That is khums exempt, because you got for on 28th of December, you got your salary. So you want to pay khums. This comes from that salary, which is going to be used next year. Your khums date is 31st December. You got salary on 28th December. So this is not your income for this year. This is your income for next year. So you are going to use it for next year. Though I use it now, yes, but it is your living for your living next year. Okay, starting from 31st December. So what if I want to pay the khums of this bottle from that money? Then 25%. يجب على كل مكلف. This is easy. We have explained it so many times. It is obligatory on every responsible person at the end of the year to pay the khums of whatever exceeds from his income after excluding the living expenses. Whatever he has stored in his house from the rice, okay, extra rice, extra flour, extra wheat, extra barley, extra sugar, extra tea, extra oil, any oil, but this oil, nifrat, means, you know that ghaslet ka chula, once upon a time when we were kids, they used to put this, I don't know what they call it, matti ka tel, the oil of the sand. I don't remember the name in English. Anyhow, it was called a primus or something. You put oil in it and you pump and pump and pump, and the fire, it lights. So those kind of, so they use this oil, petrol. So petrol oil, you have it. You bought 10 gallons and the petrol has market value. Okay, 5 gallons are remaining. Or wood, firing wood to light the fire, or charcoal, or ghee, cinnamon, butter, or halwa, sweet. So people, is halwa need something you need? We said, or orphan, yes. It's a common thing for people eat halwa. It's something, it's not like when you say needs of the life, that means you have for the needs. No, the khums exempt is whatever exceeds from your normal living expenses, which are normally known according to your status to be acceptable in the needs and necessities of your life. So though it's not need, you can survive without halwa, unless if you had a sugar tooth. مما أعد للمؤونة, whatever was prepared for living. فيخرج خمس ما زاد عن ذلك. He pays the khums of whatever exceeds from all these exceeds his living expenses for that year. نعم. Now we come to that loan part. نعم إذا كان عليه دين. If he had loan on his shoulder. استدانه لمؤونة السنة. Remember, the exempt loan is the loan which is equivalent to which was taken for the living expenses, not business expenses. Okay, وكان مساويا للزائد. So he had extra money and he has loan. Coming back to our 100,000, same example I'm going to repeat. 100,000 euro you have now saving this year, and the house mortgage is 100,000. Or as we mentioned in Sayyid Sistani's example last session, 200,000 euros, and you have excessive of what? 200,000. The house is of 200,000 mortgage, and this is your first year. All what you need to pay is 10,000. So 190,000 is still remaining. So now 190,000, you don't have to pay the khums of it. Why? Because it is equal to my mortgage, remaining mortgage. لم يجب الخمس في الزائد. Khums will not be obligatory on the extra. I have 190,000 extra this year, but it is equivalent to my mortgage or car installment or whatever. وَأَمَّا إِذَا كَانَ أَقَلَّ, your loan was less, your saving was extra. Let's say your saving was 250,000 remaining. So you will pay the khums of 60,000 because your mortgage left is 190,000. And now you have 60,000 extra. So we'll pay the khums of 60,000 because that 190,000 is not your money. It is this guy's money whom you borrowed. وَمَا إِذَا كَانَ أَقَلَّ أَخْرَجَ مِقْدَارِ التَّفَاوُضِ. So whatever is difference, you will pay the khums of it. وَأَمَّا إِذَا بَقِيَتِ الْأَعْيَانِ الْمَذْكُورَ إِلَى السَّنَةِ الثَّانِيَةِ. These items which were for living expenses, okay, this year, it stayed, it remained, they were excessive for next year, okay. فوفى الدين في أثنائها صارت معدودة من أرباح سنة. Your rice, your sugar, all those extra, as long as these extras are not exceeding your loan amount, you don't have to pay the khums. Let's say you paid 190,000 and now you have extra rice, extra all this, pay the khums of it. Because this extra thing, you don't have to pay the khums of it. Your kitchen, so that's one thing. If you have a loan, you don't have to check your kitchen anymore because you know if you have a loan of 100,000, how much stuff you have in the kitchen. Are you preparing for the crisis of Armageddon or something like that? I don't think so. Your kitchen will have 100,000 kroner worth of items remaining. But anyhow, let's say if it's Armageddon or Millennium, in the Millennium crisis, I remember the stores were empty. Everybody started buying, because they were thinking in Millennium year 2000, there is no life after year 2000. So Armageddon will happen, crisis will happen. So people would empty the groceries. So, and the same thing when COVID-19 happened. So let's say you packed the house with food worth of 100,000. Okay. So now your loan is equal to, your loan is 100,000 and you have no cash, but all what you have remaining of this year is 100,000. So you need to pay the khums of it. But I have a loan for 100,000. Remember mortgage? Okay, no khums. Don't worry. Calm down. No khums. So your stored amount, just make sure that the insects, they don't come and eat it. Or rats or mouse. Because the mouse, they can eat the paper. They can eat the packages. So make sure that you have canned food. So now we come to the part where the khums was paid, the mortgage was paid. So now you have 10,000 euro extra. So when did you pay? Next year. So now food product, grocery of your kitchen was remaining, which is market value. You did not pay the khums of it. So next year you were using it. Okay. So at the end of the next year, if you have remaining product of those and you have paid off your khums, paid off your mortgage of this house, you don't have any loan. So now next year, you're going to pay that grocery, which is remaining after using next year. So that's what he says. وَأَمَّا إِذَا كَانَ وَإِذَا بَقِيَتِ الْأَعْيَانِ الْمَذْكُورَةِ. And if these items remained, those you exempted last year, grocery items, فَوَفَّ الدَّيْنِ, your 190,000 was paid off, finished. The mortgage is done, free. أثناء صارت معدودة من أرباح السنة الثانية. These items which you did not pay the khums of it last year because you had a loan, now you are loan free. So now the item are your income of this year. So you are going to use it. You're going to use the rice, all these things. So at the end of the year, فلا يجب الخمس إلا على ما يزيد منها على مؤونة تلك السنة. So khums is not obligatory except or whatever is remaining in the second year from last year's product, which you are using now as your income. At the end of the year, you'll have to pay the khums of it because you're loan free. Okay, you're loan free now. وكذا الحكم. Similar rule will apply. For what? for people business or any loan which is not for living. Remember, we divided. Loan for living is exempt. Loan for living is not exempt. How? This is what he's saying now. وكذا الحكم إذا اشترى أعيانا لغير المؤونة. He purchased item the same year. We come back to you purchased a house, but you already have a house suitable for a status. You don't need extra. You purchase an office for business, 400,000 euro. لغير المؤونة, not for living purpose, for earning purpose, for entertainment purpose, beyond the status. لغير كبستان, such as garden. You purchase a garden. Like in Africa, many of our mu'minin, they have farms, they have gardens. Kabustan أو سيارة. In Iran also, mashallah, many of the mu'minin, they have purchased some gardens. They go out with their family, they spend some time in summer. So وكان عليه دينا للمؤونة. So you have 100,000, okay? You have 100,000 for mortgage. So you have a loan on your shoulder. So at the end of the year, you have 190,000 remaining because 10,000 you paid this year's installment. كبستان وكان عليه دين للمؤونة. You had a loan for the what? For the living mortgage. لم يجب عليه يساوي equal يساويها. لم يجب إخراج خمسها. كان عليه دين. So you have 100,000 and you purchased, so you have a loan. This is mortgage. Now we have three things. Focus with me. You have, this is our house. You got 100,000 for it. Now you have a garden. I keep it here. So now you have a garden you purchased. That garden you purchased for about, let's say, 50,000, 60,000, whatever amount you purchased garden. So now the khums of the garden is how much? 50,000, 10,000 euro. So 10,000 you have to pay the khums of it, but it is included in this 100,000. I'll have to take from this 100,000 to pay the khums of it. Okay, don't pay. You don't have to pay. So you see the thing that you have to pay 10,000, but you have this 190,000 remaining. That's all the amount you have. So so that means if you have to pay if your garden was equivalent, وكذا إذا اشترى عيان لغير المؤونة, you don't need this garden. كبستان يسرى وكان عليه دين. You had a loan you had taken for what? For the house, for the living expenses. So you don't have to pay this loan. وكان يساوي. Let's say you took this garden for 190,000, according to his wording I'm trying to give. And you have 190,000 loan you have to pay. So as long as the garden you purchased, not for living, is equal to this amount, at the end of the year you have 190. So you don't have to pay the khums of this garden or this car, which is not for your living. However, because this is not for living, فإذا وفى الدين في السنة الثانية, if next year you pay this 190,000, you pay off, كانت معدودة من أرباحها, then this garden will be considered in next year's income. So you are not going to run away. This garden khums of this garden is going to be paid because it's not for your living. Okay, but this year, because you have 190,000 and the khums of the garden is 10,000 euro, and you only have 190,000, which is equal to the loan for the living purpose you had taken. So in this case, this year you're done. Next year, if you pay this khums, your garden also needs to be khums, because now your garden has become from the income of the next year, from the income. Before it was debt, because it was included in this 190,000. But now you have paid off your debt. So now this garden, this year you paid your debt. So this garden has become your your annual income. So you pay the khums of it because it's not, you don't need it. It was not for your need. Let's say part of this garden was paid this year. Part of this garden, you have to pay the khums of it. Other is still debt. So whenever you free your garden, this is done. Whenever you free your garden, whenever you pay off your debt, whatever is extra needs to be paid the khums of it, because it was not for your living expenses. It became from your annual income next year. Or let's say you paid half of this khums, half of this became annual expenses, whatever amount. If we consider this was 190,000, this was 190,000, you paid 100,000, that means 100,000 of this is now, it needs to be khums. Whenever this item needs to be khumsed, whenever you are done with this and you have income, pay the khums of this item, because this item is not for your living. That item is for your living. So there will be no khums on it at all if you had used it in the same year of the purchase. فَإِذَا وَفَّى الدَّيْنِ, if you've paid off his debt, فِي السَّنَةِ الثَّانِيَةِ, next year, كَانَتْ مَعْدُودَةً, this becomes from your benefits of the next year, income of the next year. كانت معدودة من أرباحها ووجب إخراج خمسها آخر السنة. At the end of the year, you have to pay the khums of it. Okay, if I was not next year, the year after, this is not going to leave you. Okay. Now we come to the kulli. وَإِذَا اشْتَرَى بُسْتَانًا. So this was purchased cash in our example. Now the ruling says you purchase this as a debt. وَإِذَا اشْتَرَى بُسْتَانًا, this is your garden. مثلا بِثَمَنٍ فِي الذِّمَّةِ مُؤَجَّلًا, again you took it on debt, mortgage, garden on mortgage. فَجَاءَ رَأْسُ السَّنَةِ, the khums payday came. Then لَمْ يَجِبُ إِخْرَاجُ الْخُمْسِ الْبُسْتَانِ, it will not be obligatory to pay the khums of the garden. Okay? It's not obligatory to pay the khums of the garden. Why? Because it's not yours. This is not yours. You have not paid. Whenever you pay 10%. 10% of garden is yours. It's excessive. You have to pay the khums of it. Next year, 10%. Pay the khums of 10%. And so on. فَإِذَا وَفَّى تَمَامَ الثَّمَنِ, if you paid all the cost of the debt of the garden from the income of next year, تمام الثمن السنة الثانية كان البستان من أرباح السنة الثانية, then the garden will be the income of the next year. وجب إخراج خمسة, you will have to pay the khums of it. Why? Because it's not for your living expenses. That's our hypothesis. وإذا وفى نصف الثمن, if you pay half of it next year, then half of it will be yours. You have to pay the khums of it. Other half is not yours, it's debt. You don't have to pay the khums of it. And then, okay, where did I go? I got lost. وَإِذَا وَفَّى نُصْفِ الثَّمَنِ, half of the cost next year. Half will be from your annual income. You have to pay the khums of it at the end of the year. وَإِذَا وَفَّى رُبْعِ الثَّمَنِ, you paid 1/4 of it. Then 3/4 will be debt, and 1/4 will be your annual income for the year you paid off the debt. So any year you pay off the debt of partial debt, that partial amount becomes yours, and it becomes an income of in that year you paid off that portion's debt. That means you pay the khums of it. وهكذا, and he says, and so on, whenever كلما وفى جزءا من الثمن, whenever he pays off a part of the debt, he has to pay the khums of it in the same year, at the end of the year, from his annual income. كان ما يقابله من البستان من أرباح تلك السنة. So that garden or farm or park or whatsoever, it would be, that amount would be free, and it will be yours, and it will be your income of that year. So you have paid the khums of it at the end of the year. هذا إذا كان ذاك الشيء موجودا. Let's say the garden is available. Okay, the garden is available, so you have to pay the khums of it. That means remember khums of khums. أما إذا تلف. Okay, but let's say this garden got deteriorated. So any damaged item you buy, not for your living expenses, it gets damaged, you lose, there is no khums on it. Okay, no khums on it. Let's say this garden, drought came, it got messed up, and it doesn't have any, it's gone. The garden is gone. It became swamped with the flood or whatsoever. Let's say the car which you did not need, because this is more obvious example. You did not need an extra car. You got that extra car with a loan. Now that car got damaged. It got cancelled. It cannot be repaired. It cannot be fixed. It's gone. It's a loss. But the debt is on your shoulder. So Ayatollah Sistani says paying the debt is from your annual income. Okay, paying the debt is from annual. Paying the debt is from your living needs of your life. You need to pay the debt. So he says now the car is not there. The item is not there. The loan is still there. The loan payment are there. But there's nothing for me. There's no income for me. There's all I'm going to give and give and give. So there's nothing. Substitute is gone. The garden has perished or stolen or whatsoever. And the substitute of it, like somebody made fabricated papers and took over your garden and he became an owner. So the garden is gone, you've lost, or the car got damaged, or the car got stolen, but the debt is on your shoulder. So say this instance, as long as now the substitute is not available, it's perished, okay, but the debt is there, then the payment of debt is from the exempt living expenses. Payment of debt is from the exempt living expenses. What about the debt was for item which is not for living? If it perishes, then now the debt has become from your living expenses after perishment, after being deteriorated, damaged. I hope this is clear. Not clear, rewind the tape. So he says, فَلَا خُمْسَ. This got damaged. فَلَا خُمْسَ. There's no khums. فِيمَا يُؤَدِّيهِ لِوَفَاءِ الدَّيْنِ. Whatever he is now paying to pay the debt, because payment of debt is from your living expenses. Even if it was not for your ma'una and the item got perished. Even if it was not for your living and the item got perished. وَكَذَا إِذَا رَبِحَ فِي سَنَةٍ مَعَ الدِّينَارِ. And that's why those people who go for traveling, you see, and the traveling is no more there, and they spent money. So that's considered damaged money, gone money. It's not available anymore. So that's why there can be a discussion on this, because we need to look at different angles of this mas'ala. So I'm not going to open a new portal. Let's finish this one. وَكَذَا إِذَا رَبِحَ فِي سَنَةٍ مَعَ الدِّينَارِ. Similarly, if we gain, now we are done with that. Now we have a new bullet. So he's giving an example. And if he had income of $100 or 100 euro, for example, فَلَمْ يَدْفَعْ خُمْسَهَا الْعِشْرِينَ دِينار. He did not pay 20. He had 100. He needs to pay khums 20. He did not pay 20. حَتَّى جَاءَتِ السَّنَةَ الثَّانِيَةَ. Okay, so he next year came, and he is going to pay the 20 of that 100 next from the income of next year. Okay, فَدَفَعَ مِنْ أَرْبَاحِهِ 20 dinar. He paid from the income of next year. So, is it okay? No. Pay the khums of that khums. وَجَبَ عَلَيْهِ خُمْسُ الْعِشْرِينَ دِينَارًا. So as long as you have that 100 euro, okay, you have that 100 euro, and which has 20 euro in it, you are going to pay 25 khums of khums from the next year's income. because next year's income is still not khums. So because it's available, that $100 bill. But let's say this $100 bill was used, finish. I don't have that $100 anymore, where the khums was shakhsi on that. Okay, then the khums has gone on your neck. So pay only 20 because it has become a debt. So before, when that €100, where did, oh my, squished my €100. Before, at the end of the year, this €100, khums is in it, shakhsi. I only have this €100 at the end of the year. So khums is shakhsi on it. Next year, I got income. I said, I don't want to break this 100. Okay, it will become 20, 80, 20, 20 bills. I don't want 20, 20. I want to keep $100 bill. Many people, they do that. I don't want to break this total big notes. I want to, so he doesn't want to break this note. Okay, you don't want to break this note. You're going to pay from the income of next year, which is until now not khums paid. And this one is not exempt from that because the $100 bill is available. So you have to pay khums of khums, 25. You want to keep this $100 bill, so you have to pay 5% extra from next year's income. And no, let's say $100 got stolen. You purchased something, you've got food, whatsoever, gone. So now the got on your shoulder. Now it is a loan. The 20 which was in it, it got stuck on your loan. It is a debt on your shoulder. So next year, you are going to pay only 20. With several examples, I hope you understood the technicality of 25%. Why 25%? Because you are going to pay from the item which is supposed to be khums, and it is only for the living expenses for next year. This is your living, remaining of your living expense of this year. It needs to be khums. So this €100 bill, okay? Now this €100, I don't want to make it 20, 20, 20 and get it. So I'll pay next year. I'm going to get money. Inshallah, I'm going to pay because you guys said that we can. Yes, you can from next year, but pay the khums of it as well. Khums of that 20, okay? Which is 25. You take the khums out of it, the remaining will be 20. So 20 is khums paid money. Yes, you can. Otherwise, break this down into 20, 20, 20 bills and then pay 120 khums. That's an option. Another situation, he said that this got deteriorated, telefa. That means it's no more there. I purchased something, or it got lost, or it got burned. Anyhow, it's not available now. So the khums gone on my debt. Payment of debt is from your living expenses. Remember, payment of debt is from your living expenses. Even if the debt was the original loan was not for your living expenses and the substitute of it was not available. The substitute got perished. Remember, we have been talking about substitute. So this money is not available. So that means you will only pay €20, not 25. Okay, 20. Why? Because now you are paying a debt for your living. Paying the debt is considered from your living expenses. Okay, let's see, our time is finished, but this is my final session, so let me finish it. I don't want to give one more session on this. You can see this in 10 minutes, 5, that's up to you. My job is to give you the whole thing together because this is one ruling. It's a very long ruling. So I have to continue, link it with each other, okay? And you make the summary of it. So you go through this all 5 scenarios and make the summary of it. وإذا فرض أنه اشترى دارا للسكنة فسكنها ثم وفى في السنة الثانية ثمنها لم يجب عليه خمس الدار. So now it's repetition, all repetition. He purchased a house for living, okay? He stayed in it. So now his debt, every year, he's staying in it. So he needs to, he's exempt. Paying the debt is from the living expenses. More than that, the debt was taken for living. So this is more prior to be exempt. And he's living in it next year. لم يجب عليه خمس الدار. وكذا إذا وفى في السنة الثانية بعض أجزاء. So either he paid total mortgage of it finished next year, or no, he paid parts of it. So there is no khums on that part which was paid. Unlike that garden we said, the more you pay, the more it becomes yours, and it's not for your living needs, necessities or living expenses. You pay the khums. This house is for my living. I freed 20% of the house. That's fine. You're living, no khums on it. So, the more you pay, it's fine. ويجري هذا الحكم في كل ما اشتراه من المؤن في الدين. This rule applies for whatever you buy for your living needs, or whatever you take loan for your living needs, or whatever you buy in on mortgage, on debt, on loan, or on credit. Whatever you buy on credit, you purchase on credit for your living needs, then the khums payment, the payment of the loan payment, are going to be considered from your annual expenses of the coming years. You don't have to pay the khums of it. Last ruling, remember, debts, payments of the debts are considered from your living expenses, even if the loan was not taken for your living expenses and the item was perished. Item was perished is a condition for non-living expenses thing. Remember that. Ruling number 1248. إذا نذر, final ruling. إذا نذر, if a person made a nether, أن يصرف نصف أرباحه السنوية, to so he made a nether lillahi alayhi. For example, I'm saying, whatever income I have, half of it I will give it charity. Half of it. في مثلا في وجوه البر وجب عليه الوفاء بنذري, and in his nether fulfilled. Now half of my living income is, and my oath, my vow got fulfilled. Allah fulfilled my wish, so now I have to pay. Or it was not wish, it was just a general nether. I'm going to give half of, for example, my income to the charity. So now you have to fulfill your nether. It was open nether, it was unconditional. You did not make it conditional, if I pass, or if I this, or if I get married, or if I, no. You just said, if I get my half of my income is for the sake of Allah, to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now you have to fulfill your nether. So what should we do? Should we pay the khums and fulfill the nether? No. He said, this is khums exempt money. This is khums exempt, because you made a nether, now you have to fulfill your nether. So you fulfill your obligation. And nether is always for the good purpose. And remember the first chapter we said, giving charity is considered from your living expenses, khums free, khums exempt, as long as it is not extreme. There was this discussion as well. But this half, he can afford living on half, other half, nice living. Yes, enough. He got income 100,000. He's living, he and his wife can easily live on 50,000 euro per year. So 50,000, he wants to give it up. Like Imam Hassan alayhi salatu wasalam, he shared his wealth several times with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he wants to follow the pattern of Imam Hassan alayhi salam. فإن صرف المنذور في الجهة المنذور لها قبل انتهاء السنة لم يجب عليه تخميس ما صرفه مع كونه متعارفا لمثله. So see, متعارفا لمثله, it is suitable, that nether is suitable for your status. Of course, people like you do this kind of nether. But if your family is going to strive and that other half is not going to be enough, that nether is not valid. You're doing something haram. Your nether has to be something which is preferred act, something which you come close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not you harm your family, you disturb your family, you put your family in distress, and you become Sakhi Dada, okay? The Baba Sakhi. So you can't be like that. You have to be reasonable. So therefore, if it was suitable, the nether, half giving up, half away, it was suitable for his status, he had enough to live with his family, not to tighten on them, everything. Because you're not Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. If you are trying to follow, your family is not Fatimatu Zahra alayhi salam. Your children are not Imam Hassan. When Fatimatu Zahra gave her food, Imam Hassan gave, Imam Hussein gave, everybody. So when once upon a time, if you have a family like that, where all of them, they are charitable people. You have built that kind of, then you want to pay half, and even if they struggle a little bit, it will not be, because you have made a kind of like of that follow is Ahlul Bayt, steps of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Nobody can be like of Ahlul Bayt, but following the steps of likes of Ahlul Bayt, those who followed the steps of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. I hope you understood that. Anyhow, this one. So if you are going to pay your nether half of your income in the same year, then there's no khums on that half. That is considered your living. وَإِن لَمْ يَصْرِفْهُ حَتَّى انْتَهَتِ السَّنَةِ, but you did not give that half, and the day khums payday came, okay? The end of the year came, or khums payday came. وَجَبَ عَلَيْهِ إِخْرَاجُ خُمْسِهِ, then you have to pay the khums of it, okay? Anyhow, khums, it's also a charity. So inshallah, it's going to go in the nice cause. كَمَا يَجِبُ عَلَيْهِ إِخْرَاجُ الْخُمْسِ النَّصْفِ الْآخَرِ. So both halves, half you made nether and half remain. So both are remaining. You have 100,000 remaining. Half was supposed to be given nether, you did not give. Half was your excessive of living expenses. So you will pay the khums of both halves. 10 for this, 10 for this. That means total 100,000 will be khums. من أرباحه بعد إكمال مؤونته. So one half, 50,000, you want to give it away, you need to pay the khums of it. The other 50,000, you exclude your living expenses and pay whatever is remaining from the other 50,000. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. We have done the chapter of khums totally. Those two lessons were given previously, that 18 and 19. So alhamdulillah, if you have any question, whenever you bring question, bring the reference, because now you have all the rulings available. Bring the reference. Sheikh, you said in this ruling this. So I can open. Trust me, many of these masail rules are not practical. We talaba, we Hausa students, we also forget. Big shuyukhs, they forget. We tell them, okay, wait, just let me check the mas'ala. They open the book. Sayyid al-Khu'i Quddasa Sirruh. People sometimes they will come. So ask him, wait, let me check what did I give fatwa. So if it's something not practical, we forget. Okay, so you have to bring us the reference and don't expect the answer to be given at the same moment. Sometimes you might need to go back and do further research because these calculations are very complicated. So inshallah, hopefully these sessions were beneficial. Hopefully, if Allah accepted, so I want to dedicate it to my marhumin, to my marhum father, and all of our beloved marhumin and marhumin of all those mu'mineen who have been attending our sessions and participating in these sessions, and they have their beloved ones, they have died because of the COVID-19 or any disease. May Allah bless the thawab of this to my marhumin and all your marhumin, those who are attending and participating. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rest their souls in peace. And we can say all other marhumin, mu'min, mu'minat as well. So inshallah, we'll recite Surah Al-Fatiha because we have ended the whole course here. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. So inshallah, this was my final session as a recording, but then there is lesson 18 and 19. It has already been recorded and uploaded. So if you have not gone through it, please go through it. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahumma salli